I'm proud of our guys. I thought they carried over the game plan. We tried to do a couple things differently today for this game, and with the young group, I thought they did a good job of executing the game plan in the first half and setting the tone of how we wanted to play defensively. And we're improving on the defensive end, and thought we did a good job offensively sharing the ball. I wish we would have had a better, more efficient second half, but got a lot of guys playing time today. A lot of young guys got good minutes, and I thought it was a great team effort. So on to the next.
Sean Robertson.
Hey, Mike, congratulations on the win this afternoon.
Thank you.
You mentioned after the Penn State game that you wanted this to kind of burn in the practice the next couple of days. Did you get a sense that those guys really wanted to do well against Mount St. Mary today?
Well, I'm not sure it burned enough for me, but they were disappointed. They were disappointed. They knew we knew we could have had one on the road, but we didn't do enough to win it. So I think we're going to learn a lot from it and use that as a great example, a great experience to to take advantage of the next one we have like that. But we did. We talked about executing the game plan and being more disciplined. I did see that today, so that was a good a good step.
If I could follow up on that. They had like a 9-0 run early in the first half after you jumped out to a 6-1 lead, and then you kind of turned it on later. What was working in that stretch to get the control back on your side in the first half?
Well, right in the beginning of the game, we got a couple easy ones, but I thought, we guarded them early real quick, and then they made a couple that were, we didn't close down traps, and we didn't run a guy off the 3-point line and rotation. Unfortunately, we're going to have some of those mistakes until we, keep getting better and experience. Now, look, we just held the college team to 42 points. I'm proud of that. And, play defense like that, we're going to be in business. But there are, there's going to be some tape on Monday where there's, a learning experience. And that little run that they had, that 9-0 run will, can help us. And if we learn from it and make us better. But those are the moments, those 9-0 runs that, we got to stop. Don't let it get to 9, keep it at 4 or 5. And we just got to continue to learn. And as we become more experienced, we'll get better and better at it.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Wayne Epps.
Kind of following up on that, Corey talked about the size and side. Was there anything you felt like you could exploit defensively to, again, finish with a season high 8 blocks, have the 22 turnovers, holding a 36% shooting? Was there anything you felt you could exploit defensively to have the success today?
Well, we didn't want them just to run their offense. They run some really good stuff, a lot of ball screen stuff. So, we said, all right, maybe somebody that uses the ball screen a lot, we're going to change up our ball screen defense on him. But at the rim, I thought our big guys, all of them, did a great job defending the rim. Now, you might talk about the 8 blocks, Wayne, but I thought we had vertical square-ups where a guy goes to the rim and we just jump straight up in the air in the circle and make the miss, and then we rebound that miss. I think they're just as valuable, at times more valuable. And I thought we had a lot of those. And to me, that's just defensive discipline, which we've, really been emphasizing with the younger team, but now we have our Corey is super at that. He's one of the best guys ever coached at vertical square ups. Levi's getting better at it. And of course, Hassan could block shots, but he had a couple, and Mikel had, I think, one late in the game that was really nice. We talked about. So, that's just the discipline we got to carry over in the defensive end. But if you have rim protection in different ways, it's hard to score.
And I asked the players this as well. I was wondering your perspective. Just what do you think of the atmosphere? With the 250 spectators. Had the artificial crowd noise a little bit too. The pep band coming over the speakers as well. Just what do you think of the overall atmosphere? Just obviously more muted than usual.
I'm gonna lie. This time it was just weird, right? It was weird. I've been coming to games since the Siegel Center was open, and it was just different, right? But one of our core values is appreciation. We have 250 fans there to see VCU basketball play. That was great, and they were into it. And the noise, it is what it's everywhere. We're used to it. I think once the game gets going, you just play the game. You don't have that awesome band, and you don't get that crowd up on their feet when we get a steal and a dunk and all that. But it is what it is. So it's definitely different. I just thought it was weird today. So I got to make an adjustment. I'll get it right.
Thank you.
Mark Davis. Hey, Coach. Piggybacking off Wayne's question, and you touched on a couple right there, but what are one or two things that you just really just jumped out at you about the atmosphere today? I would imagine you don't notice it too much during the game, maybe because you're so locked in. But coming out and there's no a roar of a crowd or anything like that. Like you said, it's weird.
Yeah, you got to make your own energy, right? You got to bring your own juice. And the one term we're using a lot this year is if you're juiceless, you're useless. Like we gotta bring juice all the time and help our guys get going. But you know what, our guys were excited to play at home. Sleeping in their own bed the night before a game and walking across the street to play a game in the Steele Center. I know we miss our fans, but our guys were excited to play one at home here. So we just got to take advantage of having home games and being ready to go and create our own energy, and the 250 fans make sure they're excited to be here and make the most of it. So, there's a lot of teams in the country right now that can't even get in their gyms because they're in quarantine. VCU got to play today and put the uniform on. That's something we got to be grateful for.
Thanks, Coach.
Shoot, you bet.
Noah?
Coach, was there anything that you guys were able to take away from those first 3 games in South Dakota and Penn State and I guess implement today in today's game?
Yeah, you play team defense, make it really hard. On the defensive end, have 5 guys flying around, can guard anybody. And we showed that. We just got to continue to get more consistent at that, more disciplined. On offense, when we play inside out, when we get paint touches and we share the ball like we did today, good stuff happens. I think we get a little stagnant at times. We over dribble, but we'll get better at that. We'll mature and when we share the basketball and we get downhill, we're a fun team to watch because we have different guys that can make plays different ways.
Sean, did you have a question?
Yeah, Chris, I do. Mike, this is the start of a 5-game homestand for you guys. Is there some things you would kind of like you want to see from your players, really want to hone in on during this stretch to get better once you get conference play going at the end of the month?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we not fouling as much, and I thought we did a good job of that today. And we got to be more disciplined without fouling. We got to play really good, solid defense without fouling. Up at Penn State, we fouled too far away from the basket and put them on the line too early. Offensively, we just got to take care of the ball. Take care of the ball and trust what we do. Now, we have some guys that can go make plays, and I'm going to let them. I'll give them that freedom. But we got to trust what we do and not turn the ball over. We have a lot of unforced turnovers that comes with a younger team, but that can't be an excuse here as we move along. We got to take care of the ball. When we take care of the ball, we get good shots. Or guys make plays. Got to get better at that. Those are the 2 most important things to me right now off the top of my head.
Thanks, Mike.
Wayne with a follow-up.
What is the sort of front court rotation stand right now? And what does kind of Brendan fit in there? I know he ended up getting in there late, but you feel kind of good about those maybe 3 or 4 that have sort of play regularly right now?
Yeah. That's what's great about having versatile players. They can play multiple positions. For example, Vince is, he's the epitome of a VCU player that does so many different things and on both sides of the ball. He started at the 3 today, but he went into the 4 and made some plays at both positions on both sides of the court. So, Hassan is just coming along. So he's able to play multiple positions, and that's we got some size and we got guys that can move. So they'll you're not going to play. Not everyone's going to play the amount of minutes they want. That's just how it goes in college basketball. But we have options, and guys can really impact what we do.